Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Yes, what is going on, people? It's your boy, man like Matt. It's Drift. We are back. It is Team Kopish, and football is back, people. It's the preview for Liverpool versus Brighton. It's been a while since I said Liverpool, man. You know what I mean? So it's good to be back, man. Football is back, obviously, this weekend. The Prem is back. I'm sure everyone's missed it. But yeah, Drift, how you been, bro?
I don't know what to take of this Liverpool's coming back, bro, because I've missed them, but I don't know what I've been missing. Have I been missing heartache or have I been missing joy? What have I been missing, bro? I don't know.
We're about to find out, you know. I can't lie. Football's been gone for a minute. Or should we say, how long? Well, hold on a minute. Let me just double check.
I don't think we played a Premier League game for 3 weeks.
Bro, let me look now, yeah. The last time we played a Premier League game, it was Everton on the 3rd of September, bro.
Yeah.
Because we played Napoli on the 7th.
We played a Premier League game, bro.
Yeah, we played Napoli. Then the Wolves game was postponed. Then we played against Ajax on the 13th of September. And obviously the game against Chelsea was postponed. Yeah. And now we're about to play a game against Brighton, bro. Do you want to know something?
Over 3 weeks since we played since we've played a Premier League match. That's mad, bro.
That's a long time. And listen, everybody, if you haven't already, please smash that like button. You know what time it is already. And subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Unfortunately, Cal couldn't be with us again tonight, but don't worry, Cal will be back. So don't worry, people. He hasn't left. He's still here. Big up Cal. Do you know what I mean? I know he's probably watching as well. So love for Cal and all that. He will be here. Don't worry. Cal will be here later on during the week. But bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. You see, no Premier League, yeah? How there's been, we ain't played for 3 to 4 weeks. This is a big game, you know. I'm going to be honest. This is one of the biggest games of our season, and it might not even seem like it yet, but it actually is, bro.
You mean because we've got to really get the season kick-started now?
Bro, listen to this now. We are languishing, yeah? I'm going to tell you where we are. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt you. We are languishing in 8th place. We've got 9 points from 6 games. 9 points from 6 games.
That's the equivalent of 3 losses, you know?
Bro, the top 4 as it stands, Arsenal on 18 points. They are 9 points ahead of us. 9 points. Man City are on 17 points, joint with Spurs. They've both got 17 points.
Can I ask you
Brighton,
something? I don't want to go on
just quickly, last one. Yeah, Brighton, who we are facing, I've got 13 points, and they are currently in full spot.
Yeah. I mean, that was with Potter, not Lallana. So obviously we don't know quite what Brighton will turn up. But they have been playing brilliant. I think under Potter, they played the best football in the league, if I'm being completely honest with you. I think it was the prettiest football to watch in the league. Me personally, I think it was the prettiest football to watch.
I think, if I'm being honest, I don't even want to say their names, but I think they go into the category of playing some of the best football, but I think it's alongside Man City and Arsenal. That's strictly for this season. Strictly for this season.
I think Arsenal have been playing pretty football this year. I don't even know if I call City's football pretty. It's just like efficient and deadly. Like I don't know if I call it pretty.
No, but Jody is, bro. The way they keep the balls are madness, you know.
Yeah, but you enjoy it though.
No, because it's Man City. But but what it is though, just trying to get me clipped up real quick. What it is though, is that I can appreciate what they're doing. I can appreciate what they're doing. They're doing a lot.
Oh, wow, of course I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It might not be the prettiest, but their football's just on a mazza.
I watched the Brighton Leicester game and the Brighton Man United game, and I just thought their football's just beautiful. Like it's just beautiful to watch, bro. There's just something like I don't know, man. I just like Brighton. with the way they played under Potter, should I say. You froze, bro. Are you still there? Right, boy. That is a very unflattering. Anyway, until Matt. Guys, look, is it me or Matt? Just let me know in the chat real quick because I can't tell yet if it's me or Matt. Who's frozen? Matt. Okay, yes, it is Matt. All right. What was I saying? Yeah, me personally, I think they play the best football in the league at the moment. But again, that was under Potter. So obviously this is going to be a totally different situation now, isn't it? Will Lallana be able to get them to play the same type of football? Will they continue to play the same type of football? Have they been working on something for the past few weeks? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like I have no idea. So I don't know what Brighton we're gonna get. But yeah, man, we haven't played football for 3 weeks, people. 3 weeks is a very, very long time. Well, Premier League football, shall I say. I know we had the Champions League game. You know what I'm saying? But we haven't played Premier League football for 3 weeks. Big up John, as always, love, bro. Big up Matt and Drifty and Callum. I've been a channel member for 2 years. How are you? John, we definitely know you've been a channel member for 2 years. I think you may actually be our longest standing member. I'll have to check the tapes to back that up. But love, as always, John. It does not go unappreciated. And I hope you've been enjoying the Football Manager. Actually, I know you have because you've been in the comments, John. So big up John each and every time.
Apologies about that, people. I don't know what happened there. Me and the missus, I even said to the missus, I was like, your internet gone? And she was just like, yeah. And I was like,
it was a very unflattering pose, bro, but we moved.
Oh, love it. Love it. But we moved. No,
I'm joking. It weren't that bad.
We moved. Man, I'm just glad that I'm back. Yeah, man, thought I'd have to break out next device. But yeah, what was we saying?
I was just saying to the people, reiterating that 3 weeks, man, from Premier League, like it's a very, very long time to have not played a Premier League game. And I don't know what Brighton's going to turn up. Will Lallana just continue to keep playing the same type of football that he was playing under Potter and emulate it because it's what they know, or will they change, or will it be too hard to emulate it without Potter? I don't know. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting, bro. What's going to happen?
It is, and again, like I think for both teams, it's of massive importance. But I think obviously more so because we need to kind of kickstart our season. And I remember the last time I said that exact sentence about kickstarting was when we went to go and play Bournemouth and we beat them 9-0. And then I think I sat there and said, hopefully that's kickstarted our season, but it never really did.
Oh, a couple of people are saying that Lallana's the coach, but they've actually brought in a manager. Bro, I didn't know that. I just read a report that said that Lallana is the one taking charge.
I'll check that out in a minute with the new coaches. So Lallana's the coach. Oh, they got a new coach still. All right.
Oh, so he's not a head coach, he's just a coach, and they've actually got a new manager now. Yeah.
Let me find out. Hold on.
I'm sure at one point Lallana was made manager, maybe because the games got cancelled.
His name is Roberto Di Zerbi. That's close to Zabiri still. They appointed him on the 18th of September, so only 10 days ago. Brighton have made Roberto Di Zabiri. I'm going to call him Zabiri still. Their new manager with the Italian signing a 4-year deal. The 43-year-old former Sassuolo and Shakhtar Donetsk manager agreed final terms late on Sunday afternoon on a deal to succeed Graham Potter, who obviously departed for Chelsea this month. So it comes with a little bit of pedigree still. And do you want to know something? Sassuolo, yeah, I don't watch a lot of them, but what I've seen of them, they did play some good ball over the years when they had, who was it? My man, Berardi on the right. When I used to watch a little bit of Sassuolo, tiny bit, flick over to the Italian league. Shakhtar Donetsk, I can't speak on them. I don't watch anything other than if they're playing Champions League. Right? I think they're in Serie A still, you know.
Yeah, I think that was he the manager that got them promoted then.
Locatelli and them. Yeah, it might be, you know.
Just quickly while you're looking at that, yeah. Not I don't want to go on too much of a tangent, but just with you saying that that Arsenal's 9 points ahead of us and Tottenham's 8 points ahead of us.
Yeah.
Bro, do you actually think? I know we've only played a small amount of games.
We've only played 6 games, by the way. That's how mad this season's been. We've only played 6 games.
Especially
played
with
7
Tottenham.
though.
Especially with Tottenham. I don't even want to be shady to Arsenal, but Arsenal still need to prove that they can run the marathon. This
100%.
is only been 6 games. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially Tottenham, though, with Conte, who has the know-how.
Yeah.
Have we already started to build up an unassailable lead? Have we already let them build up an unassailable lead? Like, if you actually think about it,
You're
bro,
thinking of is the deficit mad already?
Behind Tottenham already, bro. Like,
all right, I'll put it into
are we maybe underplaying a little bit how bad this could be in terms of actually when you really deep the long race that we're in right now?
We've put ourselves in a bit of a predicament, I can't lie. The only thing that we have on our side is some people play 7 games and some people play 6. We're of the latter. We've played 6, yeah. A coach
Remember, Tottenham ain't playing good, bro. So they're winning without even playing well.
I agree.
Playing well at some point.
Don't get me wrong. The lead that they've all built up is actually kind of serious because even though people can say it's early in the season, which it is, it's always better to have points on the board rather than think about games you may have in hand or teams that you haven't faced yet. Everyone knows it's best to get points on the board no matter what it takes, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest. The reason why, again, and we've got a game in hand, but the reason, again, why I say this game could be one of the most crucial games of our season is because there's been a massive break for everybody. And now everyone is about to go on a 9-game madness. 8 or 9 games in October.
October's a mad month, bro.
October just might define everyone's season. Because I say this from now. If we claw that gap to whoever's at the top to say 4 points, 5 points, we're there. If it's like still 7 or 8 points, that's where you look at it and go, all right, we're going to have to really, like, second half of the season after the World Cup, we're going to have to go on a tear. But really and truly, we might be leaving a bit too much to kind of do the whole deficit thing and try and claw that back. Bruv, you see, October, this is the month where we have to make inroads. If we don't make any inroads in October whatsoever, I'm going to be honest, it's going to be a long season. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree, or put a 2 in the chat if you disagree with that.
And here's the other scary thing that I don't think people sometimes realize. When a team like Tottenham, or even Arsenal, if we're not going to be disrespectful, has a lead like they do at the moment, all they need is a jammy win over us. And all of a sudden, we're 11 points behind Tottenham, or we're 12 points behind Arsenal. And then all of a sudden, you start looking at it and you're like, how many points did we finish above Tottenham last season? I don't know. But you think, we've got to make up 12 or 11 points to just go level with them. And then obviously still keep going to overtake them. You start thinking, especially with Tottenham because of Conte, I'm thinking, we might have actually slowly let this gap build up to the point where it could end up being kind of detrimental to what goes on in the season. But again, I don't want to be too downer, but I was just thinking that's mad.
It is mad because, and I get it, I don't think no one even put a 2 when I said that. Everyone understands that we have to make inroads this upcoming month, bro. If we don't make inroads, like you said, it's bro, do you know how much we'd have to cover? Like, ground we'd have to cover to try and catch up. It'll be kind of insane, you know? Not saying that we can't do it, but remember, we're relying too much on other teams. You see, this October, bro, we have to treat it like it's 9 finals already. And that's because of the deficit. Janmark made a good point. I think he said if we're in 6 points, we're in good shape. I agree with that because we got that know-how how to kind of close people down and just keep winning and add pressure. But I think anything more than that, we might be biting off more than we can chew, in my opinion, especially if it's a Man City. If it's an Arsenal, something like that, it's a bit different because they don't have the know-how of recent years, what it's been like in a title challenge. And that's why I agree with you. Where
remember, bro, we're even behind Chelsea and Man United, bro.
That's true, but you know what it is, though, bro? The only difference I can say to those 2 other teams who are quality in their own rights, we have the know-how. We've been there. The players have been there. And I'll be shocked if the players aren't mentally strong enough to kind of apply pressure, to keep winning games, and to make the other, to keep saying to the other team, when we win, what are you lot doing? That's what we have to do. When it was us and Man City, even last season, that's what we did, remember? We knocked on the door and said, you man coming outside. And on the last day, Man City came outside. We asked them for how many days to come outside, and they didn't one step outside. They worried their shoes were going to get wet. You know, like that. And then we closed them down to the last minute, bro. That's what we did. When we were knocking on doors last season.
Now the Premier League's coming back, though. I must admit, until I actually see Liverpool's form improve, I know we are a better team than all these teams, but because we're not currently showing it, I'm genuinely worried about top 4 if we don't fix up really quickly, bro.
Do you know what? You're going to be surprised at some of the things I'm going to have to say, you know, car. I was doing some subtle searching while Liverpool weren't playing. And I was thinking to myself, like, bro, like, there's certain things that need to be addressed, innit? But am I being harsh? Am I being overly critical? Just quickly, yeah. You see the Trent thing and England and all that? I think that's just crazy. And not only crazy, but Gareth Southgate coming up with mad things like, like, Kieran Trippier is got a more complete game or something like that. I was just like, yo, brother, this is why I have my opinion on him. And it's not because I'm some Trent fanboy or stan, but it's because man didn't even take into consideration that who's playing for which team or what team kind of how they play and what they do. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're an expansive football team. We don't play, you know, on our 18-yard box. We play high-line football where we challenge the opponent to one-on-one duels on the halfway line, which can lead to a lot of mistakes. And I'm thinking, right, you got a wonder boy, a generational talent. You don't want to pick him. All right, cool. Next one. Darwin Núñez, yeah? I was like, have I been a bit harsh? Maybe, but maybe not. And he scored the other day, and I was like, do you know what, bro? We need this man to succeed, you know? Like, we really do.
But he will.
Because... No. But this is what I'm saying,
bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Bro, do you know what I was thinking? I was thinking, maybe I've been a bit harsh still, like, because, do you know what it is, yeah? I want him to succeed so bad, and I'm trying so hard not to, like, focus on things that I might see. So I'm just going to do the whole, let me give him more time and see what I want. So that's what I'm going to do with the Núñez thing. But the first thing that came to my mind, even before them two, yeah, is that I just hope we play better football, you know, bro. Because I don't want to be sitting here after 3 weeks and then, like you said, go and watch Liverpool and we just see our team doing the most. 1975 jump says, I think I want that to be in Trent's head, that he needs to improve defensively and miss out on the World Cup. Just be what Trent needs. I'm going to be honest, Jamra. I'm going to be so honest, yeah? I understand where you're coming from in terms of the whole, he needs to get into his head because he hasn't played well this season. But I feel like it's a patch. It's not him. We've seen it when Trent can lock people down. And maybe you might be right. Maybe it's a case of he needs to understand, like, you can't drop levels in this thing because this is what happens. But I can't lie, bro. You can't pick Trippier and James over my man. Tournament football is so key. Tournament football is about scoring goals and getting winners. If you want to win the game, you pick Trent. If you want to play it safe and then see Wagwan, you play the other man. Because the other men are very, very capable of attacking and defending.
Well,
but
bro, here's the wickedest thing, and we'll touch on what Naldo was saying here about the pressure that that he's facing. When you actually look at the mistakes that Reece James and a few others have made,
bro,
no one says nothing, bro, because there's no agenda against them, innit? Like, Reece James gave away a free kick, a penalty, but people don't say nothing, bro, because there's no agenda against Reece James, innit?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Like, I don't understand this whole Reece James is, like, clear of Trent, like, even in defensively. Like, you have to understand, like, Reece James plays across a back four, yeah? He doesn't play in the back. He plays across a back. Sorry, he plays in the midfield four, sorry. Yeah, that's what Reece James does at Chelsea. Yeah? So his defensive responsibilities completely different to Trent. And Chelsea don't play expansive football like us. They don't play halfway line football. That's another thing as well that people seem to forget. Man's got someone behind him. If you beat Reece James, the right-sided centre-back can cover Reece James. No one really talks about it. But if you beat Trent in a flat back four, no one can really cover him. Or there's got to be someone like Ibu to try and get there. So it's a different thing like that.
Do you think that's the reason why Chelsea got Potter? just quickly because he plays a back three and they've got a team that's set up to play a back three already?
Potentially, yeah, because Potter can do that. He can, like he's done it at Brighton many a times.
Yeah,
That's what they were playing, 100%. But I just think there's this whole narrative that, like, I know it's kind of frustrating that Trent can't defend. I think Liverpool fans know he can defend, but he's in bad form and he's being lazy. But we know he can defend because we've seen it. We've seen, that's how we was able to win a league title and a Champions League title. If Trent was so bad at defending, we would have been caught out and wouldn't be able to win trophies because people would have pinpointed him and we would have fell short. And that hasn't happened, if I'm not mistaken, because we've won those trophies. And that's facts. Big up yourself, bro. Ilya says, during Timber's potential VVD replacement. Yeah, I've been hearing people talk a lot about Timber still. He's Dutch as
remember,
well.
he's the only player I said I'll take from Ajax.
Timber. Ash says, you got to keep faith. We know how to grind out a game every 3 days. And in recent years, Arsenal, Spurs, and Chelsea United can't handle the pressure. Keep gap to 66 points till Feb, then you give yourself a chance. 100%, Ash. Because we got to know how. We know what it takes, bro. Them man, I don't know what it takes. Them man have never been in a main event. Do you know what I mean? Under their current managers. Because Chelsea changed their manager every season. Man United have changed their manager. Arsenal got a new manager. Them man have only done like the whole, what's that thing called, Drift? In wrestling, the dark matches. Them things that aren't televised, bro. You read about the dark matches? We're not even talking heat. That's what they call dark matches. Shout out to people that know about the real wrestling thing. So, but yeah.
What's about when man said Gerard Timber? I thought he said Justin Timberlake when I wasn't paying attention.
Yo, that man want Justin Timberlake,
You know what that is? That's because Justin Timberlake was an answer on Family Fortunes earlier. So
if you want Justin Timberlake, then if they wanted Timberlake, then they're really talking about Aura. I can't even front. but no, let's get on to our opponents, Brighton. They've gone for a massive change. No Graham Potter. They've now got Zabiri in charge. Shout out Zabiri. But no, big up there. I think you pronounce it Zabiri. I'm just gonna call it Zabiri. Obviously, they got a new manager, but Brighton, up until a certain point, Jeff, had been playing very, very well. Their form weren't too shabby because why has he done that? We could see it. Their form was they beat Man United opening day of the season, when Man United were kind of in that kind of crisis thing. They beat them 2-1. They drew to Newcastle. They beat West Ham away from home 2-0. Then they beat Leeds 1-0, bro. They lost to Fulham. Some people might say that's a bit of a shock. And then they pumped up Leicester, bro. 5-2. They gave Leicester the licks, bro. 5-2. I'm surprised we're talking here, Brendan Rodgers.
Recently, but
yeah. What's your name? Zerbi. I'm calling him Zabiri. Sounds better. But no, big up Zerbi. Zerbi. But yeah, bro. Brighton have been playing real good football, but are we playing them at the right time, though, Drift? Do you think? Because
no, I think they're playing us at the right time. We are horrible when we've.
But they've changed manager. That's what I'm saying. They've changed manager.
Yeah, but that means he's had 2 weeks to work with them, bro. And when you actually think about it, we are horrible after a break. When was the last time?
In the chat. I said here thinking of a good question. These are big. Big ass self, bro.
Yeah, bro. I think we're terrible after a break, bro. There's very few times Liverpool have an extended break, and then when we come back from the break, we're like really good. It's almost like I can just imagine how hard they've been working the players in training, and now I'm a bit like, are we even going to look rested? I bet we've been doing double, triple sessions, bro.
So what you saying? Man, I waited like 3 to 4 weeks towards Liverpool or to just see the team.
Yeah, but I got a feeling if you miss the target in Liverpool training, you got to run up the hill, back round, do a mini marathon. It's all mad, bro. Them men are just working the players too hard.
I said if you miss a 1-on-1, you enter the Squid Games automatically.
Yeah, bro.
The live one. All right, you know what?
War settings as well, bro. Bear them intensity.
You know what? Before we get into our lineup, I'm gonna read Brighton's lineup in their game against Leicester because it probably will be similar, as long as they got no injuries. So they got Sanchez in goal and they played a back three, Veltman, Duncan, Webster, and then they've got that was in the back three, and then across the midfield they had 5. It was Solly March, Pascal Gross, a McAllister, Saicedo, Trossard, and then up front was Welbeck and Mwepu. think that's how you pronounce it. Mwepu. Bad man. So they were rocking the 3-5-2. Whether they do that now, again, will be interesting to see. But that's the kind of lineup that you kind of would expect from them, a 3-5-2. I'll be shocked if I don't see that formation. Brighton are in fourth place for a reason.
Would you think about our midfield with Henderson being fit again? Thiago, thankfully.
Wait, because all right. That's gonna segue into our starting lineup then, because I think this is where we can really discuss what we think is best to kind of go up against Brighton, right? All right, so there's only one goalkeeper, Becca. We know that already.
Yeah. Kelleher needs to hurry up and be fit, though.
Yeah, he does still. So what are you saying about back four? You still picking Trent, yeah?
Yeah,
Or do you think? Yeah? Or do you think?
No. I'm playing Trent.
Yeah, that's what I think, because that's the only way for him to beat the allegations of he's not good enough.
I don't even care if he's only 70% fit. I want Konate playing in this game. Throw Konate back in straight away.
Ooh, all right. You're jumping ahead now.
I'm joking.
Okay,
but I do need him fit as quick as possible. Though I'm not gonna.
Yeah. No, Ibu's
back in. I personally, and this is no shade.
Yeah.
I personally, when he's fit, would play Matip and Konate and actually bring Van Dijk out the firing line for a little while.
You know, Van Dijk played international duty and he played all right, you know?
Yeah, but he don't play.
He's got to go as well.
So that means that he is holding back from Holland there.
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Van Dijk, see him all right, bro.
If I'm being honest with you, I don't think Van Dijk has been crap, but I definitely think Van Dijk needs a break, whether it's mentally or physically, from being in Liverpool's defense. Like, he don't seem right. Something's wrong, bro.
I just think maybe, you know what it is, bro? He needed that. It sounds weird. He needed to go play for Holland. He needed to take his mind off Liverpool for a bit and come, in a weird way, come back refreshed. See different surroundings, different people. Be amongst your countrymen. Go see family back at home. Do you know what I mean? And then come back to Liverpool and go, you know what? Yeah, I can't believe what I was doing before. It's game time. Like, I think Van Dijk needed this. I think it's the right time to play Van Dijk to see if he's got it. He's got it, though.
I hope so. But I definitely think he's been well below par. And he might just need a mental or physical rest from Liverpool's first team for a game or two. But obviously, I know Ibu isn't anywhere near fit.
He's just been cleared for full training, bro. So I think
he's probably going to need 2 weeks before he can actually play a game. So,
but they're talking about how they might how he might be involved on Saturday.
Nah. What are we doing? What's wrong? What's wrong with our medical staff?
That's what I read. They're gonna make a decision whether he should be involved. He won't start, but whether he'll be on the bench.
But that's like waking man up in the middle of the night. I have a deep sleep with a full English breakfast and saying, "Yeah, quickly eat it before it gets cold." You'd be like, "What?"
Nah, Joe. It's like,
you remember that scene? Bro.
Do you remember that scene in Power where Ghost wakes up Tariq with a gun? He's like, "Wake up, little man. Wake up, little nigga." Oh, sorry, excuse me. Wake up. Apologies about my wording. But yeah, he says something on them lines.
Wait, the chair, so.
Yeah, it's one of them ones. But yeah. So listen, I don't think personally. Nah, Ibu's not starting. But Ibu potentially may be on the bench or something. I don't know. So we have to wait and see. But yeah, all right then. Yeah, I know. It kind of dropped. It just dropped still. It did. Apologies for anyone that was offended, by the way. That was out of order.
No, it is what it is, bro. Let's keep it real, man. Let's keep it real.
Because I think it was something like that still, if I'm not mistaken. And the reason why I'm laughing is not because of what I said, it's because of the scene. I remember the scene like it was yesterday. Oh man, Matt made me like Booker T.
Hulk Hogan.
Oh, Gogo, we're coming for you. Hey, no, apologies. Listen, all jokes aside, though, apologies if anyone did get offended, because you know what I mean. That was a bit thing for me to just say that still, but that just kind of just came out there. You know, them ones there. You see movies and that. You know what I mean. You sometimes you just But anyway, we move. Anyway, all right. So centre backs, then Drift. Are we going Van Dijk then? Are we going Van
Dijk? Big up Jacob, by the way. Yeah, I would probably go. Ooh, am I playing Robbo or Simicast?
No, but have we done the two centre backs?
No, I was just gonna say back line. I was just gonna say. I'm just gonna go.
Okay.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, no, you know, I'm gonna go Simi, Van Dijk, Matip, Trent.
Simi, Van Dijk, Matip.
Oh
Trent.
yeah, Robbo's out. Shit, I forgot.
Robbo is out, so it has to be. Yeah.
But some people were saying he was gonna be back by the.
No. Robbo ain't back. He ain't back. I read a report. He's not back yet. He's still out, bro. He's still out. Robbo ain't back. So I'm cool with Simicast, Trent, VVD, and Matip as things stand. I've got no problems with that. Ibu, there's no point rushing Ibu.
Matip,
we can't treat him like he's Greek.
You know what's nuts, bro? Yeah, we used to call Van Dijk the Rolls Royce. But if Van Dijk's a Rolls Royce, Matip is at least a Maybach, bro.
He might be still,
I lie?
Man, like Joel.
Or a Bentley Coupe.
Maybach music.
Bro, Matip, yeah, is just... I'm not going to lie. Since Klopp became Liverpool manager, I think there's an argument that Matip has been almost as good as Van Dijk, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah. If you really think about the fact that injury is the only thing that's kind of like, remember, he was playing better than Van Dijk.
He's been our second best defender under the Klopp era, but not as good as
the year we won the league. He was playing the best football out of all of our players before he got the injury. The year we won the Champions League, he was arguably as good as Van Dijk in the running. Last season, he was arguably a better defender than Van Dijk.
Bro.
You don't think, no? But if you really think about it, when he's played, I know he's been injured a lot, but when he's actually played, I think Matip might have been like unappreciated a little bit over the last few years, you know. But
I think Matip kind of came into his own from the 18-19 season potentially, but only played in like spurts, and it wasn't like a full year. You see the 18-19 of Virgil, that's the best I've ever seen. That's the best individual like from a defender like in a single season. 18-19. See, we won Champions League. You see that year there when no one could get past Virgil, but that year there was
do you not remember how good Matip was in them last 10 games in that running? What I'm saying is Matip's been injured a lot, so he can never talk to Van Dijk. But when he's actually played, bro, he's been amazing.
No, he has been
amazing.
You know what
I'm saying? Like when he's actually played, so.
Remember, Van Dijk was able to rotate the partnership with either Gomez and Matip and still be the same guy, bro. Do you know how mad that is? Man didn't drop off one bit until the injury.
No, I hear that, but every time I watch back performances from other games, I'm like, wow, Matip was amazing in this game. I don't know. I'm just saying that I think Matip might have slightly gone under the radar in terms of his availability. Has been very questionable, but when he's played. He's been amazing, man. So
no, he has been amazing. He's been amazing. There's no denying that. I just think you see though, you see VVD for me, it's different gravy. Math says Don Robbie asking if Klopp's time is up at pool. International break got man asking silly questions. Oh, yeah, big up Don Robbie. I know Don Robbie's trying to get people to come outside. Lovers always to the Don and that's our family.
I'll be working with them man next week, so I'll be very intrigued to see.
Yeah, I beg you speak to the Don, please. But big up Don Robbie and AFTV and the family over there. But no, Jeff, I have to disagree with you. But I hear what you're saying though. But I disagree. I do disagree. Virgil van Dijk is like he was a Ballon d'Or waiting to happen, basically, from when he landed at Liverpool. And I think that consistency is something that we will never see again.
Yeah,
But
because because he was fit and
but
available.
you know, if Van Dijk never got injured, yeah, I think Van Dijk could have rolled back another 18-19 season. Maybe, and it might have been this season.
Oh, I don't know, bro, because if you take away Van Dijk's injury, but everything else is still the same, he would have still been playing with Reece James or whatever, or Fabinho or something, and we don't know how that season could have still panned. It would have been better, but we still don't know how it would have been. Do you know what I mean?
I'm telling you, without the injury kind of changed Van Dijk, though. The injury kind of mean he had to kind of like, he has to nurture himself a bit more, even going through games.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I think if he doesn't deal with that stuff, I think he's still the same guy. And I think, like, you see how he's playing at the moment, we wouldn't have maybe seen that maybe another 2 years potentially. But that injury was so serious.
You're right. You're right in terms of that. Even now, if he is saving himself for Holland, it's because he's worried about an injury because he's just been through one. So psychologically, he's overthinking it. Whereas if he didn't get an injury, maybe he wouldn't be as bothered about.
Yeah, 100%. Because he even speaks about like,
I agree with that. Yeah,
he even speaks about the preparation that he has is completely different to what he used to do before. It's actually mad. It's actually mad. But all right, so that's the back four then. Just for the people that's joined, the back four we're saying it should be Trent, Virgil, Matip, and Tsimikas. Now, midfield's always been problematic for us, bro, because about availability. So, what's your midfield three, bro? I think there can only really be one trio, really.
No, you're going to be surprised, bro. It's Brighton. They play ball, and I think we need to have some ball players in there as well because we need to show we can keep the ball. I would actually go Flacco, Thiago, and Carvalho. I want some ball players in there now.
Hold on, say that again. Say that again.
Flacco, Thiago, and Carvalho. I think that the Elliott thing is slightly becoming a bit of a worry in terms of does he get in Salah's way? Is Trent looking worse because he's not helping, etc., etc. Now I'm not saying Carvalho will do any better at helping or whatever, but I think we can only try and see how it turns out. There's no point in just thinking would it work. Let's try. Let's see. Even if you play Thiago on the right, who will help Trent defensively, and play Carvalho on the natural left, I still think it's better than like this. Because like I said, and I actually think it sounds like a contradiction because Elliott has arguably been our best player. So I know it sounds like a contradiction, but I think he's hampering the team. And I don't know how to know whether I'm right or not unless he doesn't play. We play without him and then we see if it makes a difference. Do you get what I mean? So I do want to watch a football match where he's not playing and just think, no, it wasn't even him. Or I'm like, yeah, look, it looked more fluid. Salah's game was better, blah, 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 blah. So as stupid as it sounds to drop the players been playing the best, I actually want to see the team without Elliott in it. And then he's an option off the bench, isn't he?
Yeah, see, I definitely agree with two of them, 100%. Fabinho and Thiago, they got to start. Thiago has to play, so does Fabinho. So Fabinho has to sweep, do what he normally does, and Thiago has to just do what he does in it. He's different gravy. The third midfield is a tough one for me because there's three different arguments. You got the captain who kind of wants to prove to everyone again that he can still play the 8 at a decent level. You got Fabio Carvalho who started against Everton in the 8 but then got injured, so the test didn't really there wasn't really a test to be had. And then you've got Harvey Elliott who, like you said, has played well but maybe is hampering the playing style a little bit of Salah. And also, again, from a defensive point of view, he's one of the people I think statistically that you can get around in a one-on-one duel. So defensively left a little bit, defensive issues, shall I say. Me personally, and you got Artur as well, but Artur, is he fit? I don't know if Artur is fully fit yet.
We're not seeing him, bro.
I don't think Artur is fully fit yet. And I don't think his intent. Here's the thing. His intensity won't be there. All jokes aside. No, I'm not trying to run joke with a book and that. I don't think he's there yet. I think he needs a few more I think Arthur is someone that can come off the bench, not start. a game.
What about a fully fit, fresh 2 weeks rest Milner because he didn't go on international duty?
You know what? Nah, I think I'm gonna go Carvalho. You know, we gotta try something in it.
Like I said, if Thiago's on the right, at least he will cover Trent and be more defensive. So even if you don't want to play Carvalho on the right, play Thiago on the right, who's more than capable, and then let Carvalho play his more natural left. All I know is I need to know if the team is playing like this because Elliot's in it or not. And again, not blaming him because he's played well, but I do think he's getting in Salah's way. I do. And I think the whole like overlap and all of that kind of stuff. A lot of people have been moaning at Trent, especially Cal, saying he doesn't overlap. And it's true. But if you really think about it, bro, it was Henderson that used to overlap. It was really Trent. I'm not saying he never did it, but it was Henderson that used to overlap Salah a lot. And Hendo ain't playing and he's getting older now, so he's not doing that anymore. And Elliot's not doing it. We've all sat here and discussed. Elliot's
not really overlapping.
Never overlap.
You're not really overlapping, bro.
Do you get what I mean?
So if that's the case, then it's got to be. Here's the thing. So the Carvalho experiment never really got tested, like I said before, against Everton because he was injured. So it'll be a good time to see if it can work. If it doesn't, you can always revert back to type. My worry is that you see a game where we know we need to win. That's when Klopp normally reverts back to type. And I think we most likely will see a Milner or a Henderson in my opinion. And you know what else I've got to mention? You know, Curtis Jones is still injured, I think. Liverpool hoping he's going to be fit soon, but he's got a stress fracture in his bone or something like that in his foot. I believe, or something like that. He's got a stress fracture. Curtis Jones, so he's not even available either. Curtis Jones. Naby Keita is still out, and Oxlade-Chamberlain is still out. Their man is still out, bro.
Injury prone, isn't it?
He is, yeah. And we got it's mad because we got options, but they're just either not good enough or just not available. So, all right, then, cool. This is where I feel like, is it going to be techie? We know Salah starts, right? We know Diaz starts on the left, right? Who plays through the middle?
Boy, this
Make
is what
your case. Fight.
This is what you call a dilemma. Shout out.
Make your case, bro. Make your case, and I'll make mine.
Hello.
One of us stuck, you know.
No. Do you know what? I'm going Jota. He's the one who's clinical. He's the one who's more informed. He's the one who's already adapted. And then I'm keeping Nunes as a weapon. I know it will be really weird to not let Bobby play when he's been the most informed forward out of all our forwards, and he was the only fit one, and he was playing well. But as I've said, as brilliant as Bobby is, I want Bobby to play up front as little as possible, because in 2022, Bobby shouldn't be up front. Only if absolutely necessary should he be up front. And I know a lot of people called me crazy at the time, bro. I still think Bobby should be a number 8, especially when we're suffering right now with not knowing who to play and all this kind of stuff. I still think, are you telling me Bobby can't play 8 better than Carvalho or Elliot?
Bro, he's not honestly, 8, bro.
Be honest. Do you think Bobby can play number 8 better than Carvalho and Elliot? Because I'm telling you now, without your answer, yes, 100%.
Bro, I just don't. But Bobby and I don't.
What would they do that he can't do?
It's when I see, what was that game this season where, like, Firmino was defending, like, when Trent was an them thing there and clearing the ball, and I was just like, I don't even want to see that. Could you imagine if he was the number 8, he'll be in goal. Man will be trying to do goal line clearances and that on bicycles at the corner flag, our own corner flag. Look. I think you know what it is, bro. He cares about Liverpool so much, yeah, and he sacrifices himself a bit too much. I think he sacrifices himself even more so in the 8, and it sounds weird, but I also feel like he becomes a bit of a hindrance, you know. Believe it or not, you know. Man would have to all ask saving from
I
himself.
don't think he would, bro.
But
I think he knows how to put in a tackle. I think he would cover Trent because he's very aware of team.
Or he can play 10,
strategy.
but not 8, though. You know, like that.
I think
he
he
can
could
do it.
play
I don't
8.
want to see him do it. Let me rephrase it. He could, because he's good enough and technically good enough. He can play 8. I would way rather see him play as a 10. Personally.
No, I'd rather he played as a 10. But I'm telling you, that right-sided 8 position, I'm telling you, he could play that role. But anyway, we digress. I would go Jota. I'll go Jota, and then have Nunes as a weapon. But there is going to come a time where Nunes does need to be allowed to get a couple of games in a row to build up some momentum. The kid can't get here and just play 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. It's not going to work like that. Like, he's going to have to, at some point, get 3-4 games in a row where he plays more than 80 minutes in a game. But, right now, I would
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I was surprised you said that, because I was ready to kind of debate with you, but I can't really debate because that's who I was gonna say. I think it's an easy answer. That's not a disrespect to Nunes. It's because we need goals, and we need someone who, at the moment, knows what we're doing, knows what we're about. As things stand, that's Jota, in it, because obviously he's had 2 years of us. So
let me ask you a question,
me,
bro.
It's a non-brainer. You gotta go Jota. Yeah, bro, go.
Bear with me, but I've been trying to think of ways to improve the team. Yeah. I actually believe Salah would make a brilliant number 10. I've seen him do it. Yeah. If we're gonna stop him being a goal scorer like we are now, it doesn't matter where we play him as long as he can be creative, as Pep Linders said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not just play Salah in the 10 behind Jota and Nunes and just play both? Big man, little man. We need to change it up. We need to do something
in the 10. I'm not, because it's not the same.
But Salah can play 10, right?
He can, but it's not the same Salah from like Roma /Fiorentina /Basel. I think
he's better now.
Yeah, he's better, but I just think, first of all, you have to change the whole formation. So you're asking for the one behind the two. So it could be a 4-3-1-2, whatever. But then it's also got to mean then the fullbacks have to apply even more width, because you're asking for them to really overlap. Pep Linders would have to change.
No, that's why we go to 3 at the back. That's why we go to 3 at the back.
Oh, so you want to go, what, 3-5-2 then?
Yeah. I want to go to 3 at the back and play Salah in the number 10 off the front two, bro. So it would be effectively 3-4-3. Yeah, or 3-4-1-2.
Yeah.
But I actually think that we need to change it up. And I think Salah in the number 10, if you want Salah to be more creative, then play him in the 10. Don't play him on the touchline. And then we've got both our strikers up front, bro, so that they can do the big man, little man thing.
Do you know what it is, though? The Jota Nunes thing could work, because you could roll it back to did Jota play with Raul Jimenez?
I'm sure he did, yeah.
I feel like he did, but maybe only for a season, innit? I don't know. Maybe that could run. I don't know. We'd have to change out everything, though. And remember, we'd have to but then where does Diaz fit into it then?
Yeah, but then we've got options.
No, but where does Diaz fit into it though, bro?
Well, technically, Diaz could be brought on if you want to change the formation because we're winning, or you want to, you know what I mean? That sometimes you might go a little bit more. You would just see how it goes, innit? But
do you know what it is? I think Liverpool are making you think that because we're playing so well. I'm sorry, it's not well. Right, so
yeah, no, that is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because I'm thinking do you know what it is, bro? Do you know the only reason I say that is because we got more natural 10s in a Carvalho who can play 10. You've got a Diaz who should be starting all the time anyway, kinda. You don't want to not play those players. I hear you. We do need some type of tactical change. I just wonder whether it's that one, innit? Because even if it's a 3-4-3, but not like the 1 and the 2, but actually the 2 then the 1. I would rather see something like 3 at the back, and then the 4 across midfield would be, for example, Tsimikas, Thiago, Fabinho, Trent. And then the 3 up top would be Diaz on the left, Salah on the right, and Nunes up top, or Jota. Or you could even flip it and go Jota on the left and Nunes up top. But it's like a triangle, isn't it? It's the triangle where you play the two slightly withdrawn from the main striker. You could do that. That could run.
I've just been thinking, and we really have to do something different. We're too predictable.
Everybody knows, but are we going to do it? That's the problem. I know what you're saying. We probably won't.
We probably won't. But I think going big man, little man up front could be a way to catch teams out and cause problems. And they're both 2 goal scorers, and we've been struggling for goals, bro. Let's take away that 9-0 beating of Bournemouth, and we've been struggling for goals, bro.
Well, here's why I say as well, like, that it's going to sound weird because I know I just spoke about him a minute ago, but there has to be games when Diaz gets a little bit of a breather, because Diaz, in my opinion, puts so much into a game that you have to save him from himself. Now, I know we don't like Jota on the left here because he's not the greatest dribbler, but Jota's movement off the ball is phenomenal. And we know he can play the position at a decent level. And again, maybe his aggressive style can also help Nunes as well, because what Jota can do is Jota can link up a bit more with Nunes if Nunes plays and get closer to Nunes, because Jota's not really a winger, innit? Jota's definitely either an inside forward or a striker. There's no winger with Jota from what we've seen at Liverpool, innit? That's another thing that we should even try.
Actually took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, should we just go 4-4-2, bro?
Man just said old school, run it back, Kenny Dalglish, you know.
And then we can have Diaz and Mo as the wide players, Thiago and Fabinho as the midfielders, and then just put the big man, little man combination.
Funny you say that. We do that in game at times, though. You know, I don't know if you know, but sometimes we go 4-4. Oh, sorry, it's more 4-2-4, like some radical, like over attacking thing. But we sometimes do the whole 2-man up top, though.
Yeah, we did 4-2-4 against Everton when we beat them last season.
Yeah. So. I don't know, man. It remains to be seen. But so what we're saying, we're in agreement then is Jota, Salah, and Diaz then?
I'm going to go Jota down the middle, yeah.
All right, then. So there's only one thing left to do, Drift. Score prediction, bro.
2-2. I'm very worried about how rusty we are after we come back from a long leg.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna come with a bit more chest, bro.
I hope I'm wrong, but I don't like how we're playing. And then
I don't think no one does, to be fair.
After a long break on top of that, man, I don't know, man. Liverpool are good when we're playing every 2-3 days. October could end up being a good month because we'll start playing every 2-3 days. We won't be training much. We'll just be playing, and maybe we might kick into gear. But after this, boy, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm going to go 2-2. I think this game's going to be a draw.
All right, a lot of people are saying 2-1. Right, Gary says 5-3. LFC. Chris says 4-0 Liverpool. Phil says 3-0. Matt, what's his Matt for the win? Matt for the win, but 2-1 losses on the books.
Like, you know what I just want to know where they're getting that chest from. I understand being positive and there's nothing wrong with it. But I'm like, where are you not getting this chest? Where are we where Brighton are a better team than us at the moment.
Let me put some context on it. Because I think we will win. But I'm not sitting there saying, all right, so first of all, I think it's gonna be a nervy 2-1. A bit like the was it Ajax? Did we beat Ajax 2-1? Yeah, was it Ajax 2-1?
Yeah, I think we beat Newcastle 2-1 as well. I think,
bro, the reason why people still think we can win is because even though we've been shocking, we're still Liverpool. That still counts for something in terms of like we're at Anfield as well. If we're playing away from home, and remember they've lost their manager, they've got a new manager who now has to get his philosophy, you know, for them to understand. He has to bring culture to them. We're playing them at a good time.
Have we played good at home this season, though, bro? Forget the Bournemouth game because that game doesn't count. Yeah. If you actually check the other games, we just about beat Newcastle at home. Yeah, we beat Ajax, but I don't think it was a good performance at all.
I know what you're saying, but bruv, we're Anfield, you know.
No, but this season Anfield ain't really been nothing.
No. But all right, let me put it like this. I know what you're saying about when Liverpool, come off a break, they can be a little bit stale and whatever. But we know the job that's at hand. I will be so shocked, bro, if we don't get a win. Honestly, I will be, and it's not because I'm doing some blind faith.
I won't be shocked.
I'll be shocked because I'll be like, "Raw, you waited all this time just to." Yeah, I'll be shocked, bro, because them man understand the assignment. They have to.
We played well against Palace for the first 25 minutes.
Brighton will frustrate us with a 5 in the midfield, but we should overwhelm them. But that's what I'm going. So you're going. What do you say? 2-2.
I'm going 2-2. Yeah.
I'm going 2-1 for the Reds. I'm going 2-1 for the Reds, man. Come on, man. Like, I can't lie. When I think about Thiago, yeah. So yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm worried, man. We've got to start playing. I
understand that. I understand that because I'm concerned.
We're still that team that we were.
I can't lie, I'm concerned, but I think we should get the job done, innit? Like, it's not going to be an easy game, 100%. It's not going to be easy. That's why I say I'm going for that kind of 2-1 where it's nervy. And it's 80th minute, and them man are just playing good football, and we're under the cosh. One of them ones, you can already see it. You can already see it already, but I'm going 2-1, bro.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, people, listen, Drift, anything you want to say before they take the people out, bro?
No, just make sure you tune in to the Prem Panel Show tomorrow, guys.
Aye, trust me.
You know,
Prem Panel Show tomorrow as the Prem is back.
And obviously, if you're watching this before Friday, make sure you tune in for the call-in show. And come on, you Reds.
Indeed. And how can I forget as well? I know we're Liverpool and we're not playing that well, but do you remember when I said to you the energy that we have for every rival fan? I don't care what's going on in Liverpool, but this is what we say to them rivals.
Come them big in your mama. You suck your mama. Me ready for run down your blood clot and gunshot you in this.
That kind of goes in line with what happened earlier on, innit? If you know, you know. If you saw what I was on. Yeah, but we move. We move. This is me to myself. That's what I was saying to myself. After I said what I said. But yeah, people, listen, it's Team Kopish. It's your boy Matt, it's Drift. We'll see you again tomorrow, Prem Panel Show. And obviously you'll see us on Friday and the weekend for the game. Love, people. We out.
Peace.